Well, actually, I was raised in Concho County, Kimball County, and then went to school here in San Angelo and graduated from San Angelo Central. So I got an appointment to the Air Force Academy and entered in '96, graduated in 2000, and really chased a dream of service there that I learned from this community and learned from people like my grandfather, listening to his stories about World War II. And it was just a huge honor to be able to go to the Air Force Academy and become an officer in the Air Force. So I went to pilot training in Del Rio, Texas, which is not too far from here. And for the last almost 20 years have been serving either as a pilot or as a commander, and most recently was fortunate enough to work at the Pentagon and also at President Trump's National Security Council. When you think about it, there's so many things that are going on around the world that threaten our way of life. And so our job was to present options to the president, options that not only keep our country safe abroad, but also keep our country safe here at home. Well, it was not before Representative Conaway announced his retirement. In fact, that was not something that we were thinking about. And as we pieced together the last 2 to 3 years of introductions that we had been fortunate to make, or jobs that I was in, just like the White House, what we realized is we thought this was a path that we were being led on. And so making a transition from being an active duty Air Force officer to running for Congress is a big step, but it's really a very similar thing. Just like defending the country, whether it's flying combat missions over Iraq and Syria, this is another way to protect and defend West Texas values and also the United States. And what I'll say is, swearing an oath to become an officer in the Air Force is the exact same oath as a congressman, and you're protecting and defending the Constitution. District 11 is special, and not just to Texas, but also to the United States and the rest of the world. And the three things that I see that are really important are agriculture, defense, and oil and gas. And so I think calling to this job is to protect and defend not only those things, but also the values that have made those things so prosperous, and to protect the trade that we have and the deals that the president is trying to sign, and make sure that those go through, to protect the oil and gas industry, which is the economic engine of not only this state, but the country. And to protect the values of where we grew up. And what does that mean? That's family, that's faith, that's the freedom to raise your kids and teach them the values of hard work and persistence and faith in God. You're one of 435 people, but the influence that you can have and the education that is required, especially when it comes to the importance of District 11, is getting the message out that we have something to offer, and it's not just to the state of Texas, it's to the entire country and the rest of the world. And so the first thing that I want to do is help educate the rest of Congress on how important West Texas is, and that's our values, that's our economic output, that's what the people of this district are doing each and every day that's affecting the rest of the world. My plan is to take everything that I've listened to, everything that I've heard, and we've heard a tremendous amount already, and we're going to continue to do that, and it's to take that and represent this district from our hearts, and represent it to defend the values that make this district so special. My wife and I are humbled to be in a position to run for this. It's an honor to want to serve. I respect the folks who have thrown their hat in the ring, and I think it takes a lot of courage to do that. We think that we have something to offer to serve this community, to serve this district, and to serve this country in a different capacity. And so we're honored to share our story, and we look forward to sharing our story around the district. We have a message of service, and that service started over 20 years ago and will continue. And we believe that we can serve this district in a way that benefits everybody, and in a way that protects the generations that are going to come after us, but also respects the generations that came before us that established and worked this land and have been here for hundreds of years. And we believe that that message of service is what got us here, because we learned how to serve because of my parents, my grandparents, and the community that surround us.